Hello and welcome back. Yes, it is me, the founder of the April Chantrays Life Coaching Experience. And yes, again, it's me, April. Hi, I hope you all have had a wonderful and awesome day. Um, Today the sun is shining, but the temperature wise, we are in the 50s. So just, I would love just a little bit more warmer weather. I hope that you are following along with this series for financial assistance. The book is almost done. We have about three more topics to cover, and then we're going to work on getting that published and getting that out there. There will be a This will be a little different. There are not as much interactive worksheets to help you, but there are some. So if you followed along to the last video about big ticket purchases, I did say that there will be a yes or no worksheet attached to help you decide if that's something that you would like to do to purchase a certain item. So with that being said, if you do want that, go ahead and just email me down. Send me your email address or even private message me. Or if you need the email to April Chantrace, it is April Chantrace LCE at gmail.com. And if so many of us Americans have been in debt, bills are the one part of life that I'm gonna be honest that will always exist. We will always have bills to pay. There is not one area in life where there is not going to be bills. If you have medical insurance, that is awesome. But guess what? You still have medical bills that you have to cover that you do have to pay off later. So there will always be some type of bills. And there are those unforeseen times that do happen in life where you either lose your job or you are laid off. If you have experience, if you were working during the COVID, when COVID hit, there are a lot of people who were laid off of work and had to file for unemployment due to COVID. And there are still those who are still looking to get back to work and haven't had the opportunity to go into work and do what they actually needed to do to get over and get through COVID. Then you also have those instances where you may have been hospitalized. So these are all examples of things that are unforeseen and things that do affect your finances. And all of these things does cause bills to pile up and cause you to have to focus and try to come up with a plan to kind of purchase your finances and get things accomplished the way that you are supposed to. So, I hope you find this video helpful and that you are able to learn some things. What I'm getting ready to do is I'm about to go ahead and provide you with some tips that you are able to use when you are planning and when you are trying to focus on your debts. And there will also you can also find a debt worksheet to help you keep track of your debts that will also be provided for you. So if you have any questions or if you are interested in that debt tracking form, please email me again, April Chantrace, LCE at gmail.com, and I will provide that for you. So let's just take a moment and you can pause and you can get these steps. Again, they'll be able to help you write these tips down because they are very, very, very helpful. Okay, so you do have these tips. And before we go into the tips, let me give you a little bit more information. If you are trying to get out of debt, I'm sure that you have followed some of the financial advisors, those people who have been in debt before, who were able to get themselves out. Dave Ramsey, Susie Orman, also Henry St. Cloud. Henry St. Cloud is a little different. He has a couple books written out. I know he has poured Rich Dad Poor Dad, and he also has a lot of awesome, awesome books. He's just a great author altogether. Um, All three of these individuals have experienced some type of financial struggle, and they do write about it. The one that is the most radical is Dave Ramsey. I'm not gonna suggest for you to get rid of or have a roomie sale and sell everything and just use that money for your debts. No. But one of the things that he does teach and one of the things that he does say that I think is awesome and great is he talks about the snowball effect or the snowball method. And what the snowball method is that is you pay off your lowest bill first, and then whatever money you have over from that lowest bill, you roll that payment over to the second lowest, and then so on and so on and so on. And what that eventually does is that pays up all your debt, and then you're able to have some money to save, and to be able to use for something that you would like to do. Which brings us to these tips. You want to increase your financial security. You want to start saving. You also want to begin to start a 401k. What this does is that the 401k starts you off with uh your retirement, and if your job has this, they will match whatever you put in for your 401k. Your job will provide that additional amount, so therefore you don't have to worry about over exceeding or overspending or over saving for your 401k. Your job will be able to do that. But you could also save a certain amount of money into your savings account by monthly or by weekly. However often that you would like to do that, you are able to do that. And what that does is that starts you off a cushion, gives you something to sit on, something to also use when it is time to be used. So if you want to purchase a big ticket item, let's say buy you a home or purchase you a car, you have some money set aside where you're able to put a down payment towards those things that will cost, and the payments and everything will be a lot less than what it would be if you did not have that cushion or that financial security. But you do not want to break yourself. Remember, we are not keeping up with the Joneses. You want to spend on things that you enjoy. See, and once again, once you have that financial security and that financial balance and that money saved up, you are able to use that money, and you are able to use it towards something that you want to do, a vacation, a day trip, even a weekend getaway. You have some money set aside that you are able to do those things with. And that way you're not coming out of pocket. Me, myself, I love the outlet malls. I love going to the outlet malls. So having some money set aside just to go shopping at an outlet mall, just to get out of the city for a while and go somewhere else and do something that I enjoy doing would be awesome. That's just something that you could work towards having. So therefore you're not constantly living day to day because you have that money set aside for that. It reduces stress. Whenever you excel and you show your balance, or you are able to see how much money you are coming out of pocket on a regular basis, what does that do? That builds stress. Stress on top of stress. That makes you gray before you want to actually go gray, or even become more financially chaotic because you are stressing out of how you're going to pay your bills. So while you are working towards getting these bills paid off and getting these bills taken care of, it reduces the stress, it reduces the chaos, and it helps you feel a lot better about who you actually are. It reduces the number of bills that you have to pay. Um, Honestly, it takes one bill out and adds another one bill out and adds another one. And what this does is that it helps you to get out of the debt that you are in. Um, it improves your credit score. Once the credit bureaus see that you are paying off your bills, and they're able to see how you are able to encourage yourself and do a little bit better for yourself, what that does is it boosts your credit scores for all three credit bureaus. So you're not constantly it you won't stay where you currently were at. It boosts your credit score up, so therefore it shows that you are paying off on debts that you weren't able to pay off at one time. um it teaches your children good money habits. This is a great one. Kids tend to model what they see. One of the things I could remember my mom doing is that she had the envelope method, and once a month she'll write down all of her bills on an envelope. And after she write down all her bills, she write down the total of how much that's going to cost her. Then on the other side, she'll write down her income, the money that she has coming in. The money that she has coming in subtracted by the number of bills that she has to pay, and whatever was left was money that she had to spend on getting household things or getting things for us, her children, or whatever was that she needed. She was able to do so. You also have own your own assets. You want to make sure that we already talked about big ticket purchases. You want to own your home, you want to own your vehicle. You do not want to have to constantly pay a bank or a finance company for something that you want to have in your own pocket. With that being said, you want to go ahead and make sure that you have that money and everything set aside. You want to be able to use that money that you have saved for something that you want, that like I said before, you enjoy. But you want to make sure that you have the title, you have the deed to your own home, and also your own vehicle. So you do not want to owe anyone anything. There is an old saying, if somebody owes you, you will never be broke. So just think about, if you find yourself in this situation, how many people are constantly rich because you are in debt? Something to think about. It increases your future earnings. What this does is that because you already have money set aside, you have money waiting, that money is yours. That money that you have waiting right there is all of yours. You do not have to worry about any of that financial information and paperwork because the money belongs to you. You'll be able to use it for whatever you have to use it for. And like we said before, you don't owe anybody anything. This debt that you may have occurred or that you may possibly have is not technically your debt because you already have it paid off. So I want you to also, I hope that these tips were helpful. I hope you find these tips great. If you would like the debt worksheet, please, you can email me, aprilchantrace@gmail.com, or just message me your email and I'll be able to send that along to you. So for those of you who have followed along, I do want to thank you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.